good rule of thumb for receivers is have your head close to the top, at least initially. That always changes. So this is called opening grounding sequence, my friends, and the reason it's called opening grounding sequence, one of the reasons, is because its purpose is to displace consciousness or spirit from the cranium and bring it more into the center of the body, where a samurai holds a sword, where we're taught to, in karate, to throw our kicks and punches from, where tea ceremony is taught. Everything is taught to come from the center, yes? So when, of course, needless to say, you're applying all of this energy to the legs, you naturally displace their consciousness from up there, and you pull it down here because of all the awareness. And ideally, we'd like the awareness to be in the belly. It's even in the Bhagavad Gita. You know, there's a whole chapter on where you're going to leave your body when you pass. You're going out through your nose, you're going out through your ears, you're going out through your boom boom. Okay, so very important. Adam, you going to be okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'll watch Sticks and Notes. We're good.
Yeah? Okay.
If we're short one person, that's fine. I'll
Okay.
check it out.
So this is glorious, my friends. Everybody loves opening grounding sequence. It's called opening grounding sequence unless it's at the end of the session. And then what is it called? Closing grounding sequence. Okay, it's meant to be offered in the middle of the session also, okay? Okay, my friend. Yes. We're at the bottom of page 39. And we're going to begin with the legs in the resting position. Position number 1 is, in this class I'm going to show you just 4 locations on the feet. Other classes I show you 6. Some classes I show you 8. Some classes I only show you 3. In this class, for whatever reason, we're just going to accentuate 4 locations, okay? So look at me, yeah? Position number 1 is wherever your hands fall, right in the middle of the foot, maybe by the ankle. And when you rock on, you want to transfer your weight as if you're going to offer a handstand, okay? And back again. Position number 2, moving towards the toes. Wherever your hands go is fine. Look for the epicenter, look for the grain of rice. Position number 3 is over the toes. Now the difference between position number 3, my friends, and position number 4 is, number 1, your palms are going to be up in position number 4, and you're going to do what we did yesterday, is an extreme supination. So use your thumbs, begin the process by rolling the big toe away from you, and then of course pull the small toe towards you, and roll the foot away from you, okay? Now another difference between position number 3 is position number 3 you're folding. Let's say this is the foot. You're actually going to fold the foot like that in position number 3. Position number 4, you're rolling the foot away from you like that, you see? So try position number 3 again, and just maybe sometimes keep your fingers underneath, maybe not. Use the foundation of the surface as a foundation, but you want to fold position number 3, you see? Okay, where you're compressing the bones together. And position number 4 is where you want to roll the foot away from you like that. Each one of them you simulate as if you're offering a handstand, okay? And then back to position number 3, rock on and rock off, sometimes sustaining it. Position number 2, insert your thumbtacks, rock on and rock off. And position number 1, find some nice contour. Remember, in other classes, there's, 8 locations. So what does that mean for us today? There is no wrong location. Okay? Just like that. Now, we're going to honor a very old tradition in Thai body work, and that is to follow sequences and patterns. So once you've offered a linear pass, you might want to offer that linear pass again, 1 to 4 and back again is obviously linear, in a linear. But the other part of that tradition is to go random. So again, let's stay with both hands at the same time now. So now go wherever you want. If you want it to be position number 2, then go to position number 1. Maybe go over to position number 4. You want to be just like a child, surrendering to your hands, surrendering to your intuition, and allowing the hands to go everywhere and anywhere. Now you guys, if you're with somebody whose feet are quite cushionable, is that a word, cushionable? You might just want to enjoy this position, okay, which is tabletop, where you're back here. So feel free also to use this here. 1 to 4 and back again. Okay, tabletop is really nice also. You see the Thai ladies doing this a lot. And also, you may choose to come into modified diamond. Many times you'll see me in a modified diamond like that, okay? With one knee up too. Either way, but you certainly want to make sure that you include being this casual one right in the middle because it is part of your repertoire, okay? Being casual like this. Okay, you guys, so please, now we also include the rest of the tradition, which is alternating. So if you have a female, which foot would you lean on first? Okay, so let's enjoy that now. Position 1 ones, position 2 twos, insert your thumbtacks, look for the grain of rice. Position 3 threes, remember you're going to fold the feet at 3 threes. And 4 fours, you supinate the foot, okay? Now every once in a while, let's enjoy a one-armed handstand. Try it right now, my friends. A one-armed handstand, lots of love. And remember what's happening to the brain now? The brain is realizing, oh my goodness, there's all these, I can actually open it even more just by, so we want to give them that opportunity to tune into that. Okay? And you're all the way back again to position number 1. And then, of course, random. Just go everywhere and anywhere, even if 2 hands are doing 2 different things. Remember, why not use patterns and rhythms as part of your offering? It'll enhance the quality of the body work. And because why? Because Karen's brain right now is, in fact, monitoring. It has a natural proclivity to being sensitive to patterns and rhythms. But now you know what I know, okay? In some classes, man, we'll do 6 locations. Some classes we'll do 8 locations. In this class, we're only doing 4, yeah? And remember the difference between position number 3. Everybody come to position number 3 right now. Many therapists, there's so much power coming out of these joints on the feet. Let's assume this is my foot. There's so much power coming out of that position right there that they just kind of brush over. I better leave that one alone. I'm sure it's going to cause discomfort. However, let's educate ourselves. Let's come into position number 3. Fold the foot so it's folded like that. Basically, there's even a crease down the middle of it. Now, ready? Everybody, gradually, incrementally increase the intensity. Gradually, like you're going to do a handstand. You'll notice their breathing change. Now, come into a holding pattern. Don't change the intensity. Just stay there. What's going to happen for the receiver is that all of that apprehension, all of that sort of tentativeness, because of the intensity, is going to completely disappear. And what does that mean? We go to the next level. Okay, now this is true reflexology, you guys. But let's not be one of those therapists who, for 2 decades, never ever uses this intense application. They just brush over the area. Okay, why not occasionally put some intensity? Now let's look at Melanie for a second. Melanie, so you have some awkward energy happening, honey. You look like a condor over there, like a big bird. Okay? And so always feel free to bring those ankles close to you. Okay, number 1, you have direct access. Number 2, they get to feel the warmth of your beautiful legs. Okay, honey? Yes? Okay, guys, now let's go to the next illustration, which is anterior. Where is medial? I mean, oh, there's medial. Oh, so the first illustration, you guys, was, I don't have my glasses on. The third illustration on page 39, is that pressing the feet outwards? It is, right? So the third illustration down. No, it's inwards. Where the heck is that? Oh, medial rotation is after all of them. Oh my goodness, I'm starting with the feet going medial. Okay, let's go there. Okay? So forgive me, guys. I thought, so anyway, this is traditionally how you start. Those pictures got mixed up or something. Ready? But now let's go to the sister routine. What is that? Drag the feet away from you sufficiently so that when you medially rotate, the toes are not going to touch your legs. Don't forget, Karen can feel me way before I get there. So it's sufficiently outwards, and then it's not this, you guys. Don't do that. That's coming up. That's an anterior ankle and foot strike. This is fold. Point the big toes at each other and fold. Position number 1. Move to position number 2 in the middle of the foot. Fold. Point the big toes at each other. Fold. Position number 3 is over the ankles. Fold. Fold the feet. Fold them inwards. Fold, fold, fold. Good. Now, Melanie, honey, if you notice there's some restriction here, let's use the intuition technique. What's it saying to you right now? Come in deeper, hold or release. Let's check in with Daniel. Daniel, what's it saying? Lighthearted, okay. I'm suspicious that he might be able to go full expression on it. That's why I wanted you to experience that. See what I mean? Let's check in with Daniel now. Daniel has it. You see, honey? Okay. So let's use that. Let's use the say when technique, or we use the intuition technique also, okay? Please, did you have a question? Okay, good. Now ready? And of course, alternating. Okay, woman first, folding, back and forth. So we know these two traditional aspects. One is both hands at the same time. Two is alternating. Inside of both of them is a linear pass and also a random pass. Know what you're doing before you do it. If you feel the person is helping you, you give them a little reminder tap just like that. Nothing more than silk ropes, silk ropes, silk ropes. Okay? Now, beautiful, you guys. Let's return. You have the option, of course, offering that same thing that we just offered. However, if we've gone medial direction already, and if we've gone lateral direction, where do we want to go now? Exactly, straight down the middle. So, show me your finger saddles. Show me your finger saddles. Okay, finger saddles. Ready? Turn them upside down. Just below the malleoluses. Ready? We're going to keep, you're going to also need to twist the foot towards you. This one's going to take some conscientiousness. Twist the foot towards you. Ready? Position number one. Just press right down into the ankle. Straight down. Maybe look at my knees. Maybe even lifting your knees up. Position number two. Moving towards the toes. You're in the middle of the foot. Twist a little bit. And you're not only pressing down, but you're also pulling the foot towards the wall behind me. So you're not just pressing down. Now you want to make sure that you get the heel as a fulcrum. So sometimes it's a slight micro adjustment to get that satisfaction, okay? And of course, position number three is over the toes. Pull back behind you and compress down. Okay, everyone go to their threshold and pause for a moment. And what's it saying to you, Dave? Come in deeper, hold or release. Let's check in with Cindy. Cindy? Okay, that's how we learn, Dave. And Bracken, what's it saying to you, honey? Come in deeper, hold or release. Sarah Jo, what's it saying to you, honey? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a match there. Beautiful. Stephanie, what's it saying to you, honey?
I didn't go deeper.
Is that true? And let me see what Karen is saying deeper too. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a beautiful technique there, you guys, to really quantum leap yourselves. And just like that. Now back to position number two. Lots of love. Twist the foot towards you. The truth of the matter is, you guys, you learned three trajectories just now, didn't you? You learned medial. You learned lateral. You learned medial. And you learned straight down the middle. The truth of the matter is, you guys, that all of these trajectories are acceptable. All of those mini trajectories. Look what I'm doing here. All of them are acceptable. Okay, we just learned three main ones. Okay, so practice that. Okay, you guys, just like that, beautiful. Lots of love. Now listen, I'm not even kidding you. I'm not kidding you in the least bit. I could not count the amount of times that, especially in my early years, I would be doing all this at the feet, insecure as a son of a gun, and I look up, and the person's having an emotional release. And I realized, what the heck is going on? And what I realized was, the feet are representing a whole lot more than just bones and blood, okay? And the people are feeling more secure, more foundation, more stability. And I realized, well, full steam ahead. Okay, so enjoy that, you guys. All right, here we go. And now we're ready for the beautiful cross-leg stretch. Okay, so let's take it frame by frame. How about if we all treat the left leg, even if it's a male? Okay, just so we have a group dynamic. So everybody follow me now. Let's step across the right leg. Come into baseball coach. Step across the right leg. Come into baseball coach. Casual as can be. Don't step close to the body though, you guys. You're thinking of something different. On this one, you need to step away from the body. Sometimes, depending on the length of the receiver's leg, oh my goodness, look what I have to do. I have to step off the futon sometimes, okay? But right now, just make sure you're not stepping close to the body. Now let's reach back, take the left leg, and go right back to baseball coach. How easy could it be? Okay, go right back to baseball coach. Now, this isn't a lower back stretch. This is a leg stretch. What does that mean for us? We have to stabilize this baby. So find that little notch. Find the little notch. It's a very safe, very nice little indentation there. You can use the greater trochanter and what we're going to do, two different directions. The first direction is very important. Bring your shoulder right over the top of your wrist as if you're going to offer a one-arm handstand to the receiver. And then gently lunge out in the other direction like so. Okay? Come out of it, micro-adjust, feel good. And anchor the hip down. Kind of Melanie, honey, that's a good location, sweetheart, but I also want you to try this location right here, okay? Good. Okay? And enjoy yourself. Really anchor them down and then take the leg out on a diagonal like so, okay? Slippery pants there.
I know, sorry.
Okay? Just like that, you guys.
Can I add something about this stretch?
Yes, of course.
It feels really good to rotate your leg and go in and out with the toe, but in that different direction.
Okay, so what we have Karen
You just said,
teaching us right here is now, of course, resistance therapy, you're basically saying. So let's enjoy the resistance therapy, take them full expression. Now, something I always forget, you guys, I don't want to forget anymore, take a look what I'm doing with my other foot. I'm bringing this foot over like that, okay, it's a world of difference, okay, when you stabilize that resting leg. Okay, so Dave, you see what I did here? I took my foot and I immediately rotated the other leg, yeah? Now, Karen is bringing in our dear beloved friend, which is resistance therapy, and I bet you there's a lot of them. So one of them she suggested was to rotate her leg. I suggest dorsiflexing your foot also, and right away you can see that, okay? So dorsiflexing the foot, rotating the leg, and of course we all get educated. But we don't want the hip to come up. Of course it can come up a little bit, you guys take a look. If you want it to come up a little bit and then actually force it back down again, that's going to add a lot of quality to it. So maybe sometimes let the hip come up for sure, but ideally we want to stretch the leg, so anchor it, take it back down again, okay? This is kind of a, again, that nondescript meridian back here, because it's not necessarily the side of the leg that you're stretching. It might be, if the leg were square, that lower edge of the box, okay? Like that. Maddie, would you want to do this? Now, is it okay to take a nice gentle stroll up the side of the leg? Yes, it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. But remember, we already know the nature of this meridian. So how about you be ever so slight? Ever so slight. Just let them know. No, it's conscientious. Just like so. Okay? Now, oh yeah, we're about to do this. There's a new accentuation. We're going to see how the new thing coming up here. Now, this is a great time to enjoy the beautiful offering that Stephanie offered here, okay? What is that? Could it be any easier? You guys, look at this. You come up, crease that leg. Oh my goodness. And here we go, create a little tabletop for yourself, right across your thighs. And lo and behold, my goodness. Now they're not in sideline position, so we still can continue because they are in supine. You can see it, okay? And there you are, palm down, palm up. Some nice rolling forearms, just like so. Enjoy yourselves. Be natural. Lots of love. Yeah, ideally, you need to come towards me, honey, a little bit more, and you just want this kind of, tuck in nice and tight like that, and, okay, well, we've got something coming up real nice, you guys, but it's okay if the legs a little bit straight, and just so long as you have this little tabletop right here, okay? It's flat, it's perpendicular to the surface of the futon, yeah? Okay, now we can also offer the beautiful Lucas arm motion like that, so it's not just, I've been teaching just rolling, but he has, not just rolling, he has this circle he's doing too, which is really quite nice, okay? So it's not just a rolling forearm, it's also a circling motion like that. It should feel very, very pleasant for the receiver. Okay, lots of love, you guys. Now, very simple, we have another accentuation. So we can call this a Stephanie accentuation, okay, which is really rolling forearms to the side of the leg from a puja position. But now, we come out of it and we sit on our bum and we're facing the receiver. Very important for this accentuation is to make sure that, like Adam just said, make sure you immediately rotate that lower leg, okay? That means make sure when you check over there that that foot is, of course, perpendicular to the surface of the futon. Okay? And I'm going to begin with just one foot. I'm going to eventually use two. But what you want to know is that every one of these trajectories is therapy now. Therapy, 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 therapy. Every single one of those trajectories. Here, you can, of course, instruct the receiver to dorsiflex their foot. And as Karen suggested before, medially rotating the leg and or otherwise. Okay?
Get it.
That's
Like
your start.
spa.
That's a spot, does it, yeah.
Now-
Minty, with fascia stretch therapy, we push the ankle up
No.
to get the maximum contraction.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we kind of circle
One.
up, guiding
Work
up.
the
So you just crank that ankle and it'll stop.
Press it upwards.
Yeah, you crank and then you move it upward towards that shoulder.
Okay.
The small circles is what she's doing,
Yeah.
keeping that crank on the foot the whole time.
Yeah, holding the crank, so the crank will spring
That's
out.
nice, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we do already. We specialize in torture, you guys. Now, you can enjoy a nice alternating foot walk also on the side of the leg. Of course you could. Okay, it's a little different from the Yannicka that we were offering the other day. Very simple. And just remember, this means business. This means business for a lot of people, this one here. And you got to keep that bottom leg rotated inward. But you can see how easy it is. Now, can you every once in a while release that and just bring that all the way over? Of course you can, okay? Of course you can bring that all the way over, but you really want to go back into just like so. Angling it, rotating it, dorsiflexing. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah, so she's keeping it here. And doing that little, the bum, so she's like, down in here, down in here. I see what she's doing, she's getting all this to try to release. So she's keeping it down as she grounds in the hip. Right, just walking all the way up, so she's doing it. And what's so nice, I mean, we get this here, we get that really deep rotation. And as you kind of come up that way, it just gets pretty intense, right? Edit today.
That's an interesting mantra. And we return to a resting position, my friends.
I just found it.
Okay, lots of love. And here we have the option of offering that all to this other leg or to continue with the vinyasa the way it is in the book. I think we're going to continue, okay, and then we can come back and do this. But in your own private practice, of course, you have the option of just doing the whole same thing to the other leg. Okay, well, let's continue now with the bottom of page 41.
Type this word, that's so scary.
And that begins with a half scissor stretch, okay? So what is a half scissor stretch and why don't I have it in the book? That's an interesting thing. I'm assuming that you guys know something. All right, so let's enjoy the half scissor stretch first. And Dave, what do we do with that? We stabilize the resting leg. So we're treating the left leg. So let's stabilize the right leg. Put your toes up against the heel. Scoop under the heel. Drop your hand on the surface and enjoy a nice sweep. All the way out, take the receiver to their threshold and listen for the echo.
A little bit further.
When you're fully expressed here, you can tap the receiver. You can add 3 enhancements, Dave. We can tap the foot and we can get a little bit more juice. We can tap them on the foot, knee. We can say, please hyperextend your knee. And then our third enhancement is, of course, our beautiful friend, resistance therapy. We instruct the receiver to attempt to close their legs. Remembering when they soften, you soften. Just like that. And what they've done there is treated themselves to extract some residual tension. Now, you don't need to come all the way back, as I teach fundamentally, to come back and make nice and understand with them and things like that. You can just come out of it a little bit, and even, if you want, you come up into a lunge and choose a different trajectory up here also. It's all the same thing, it's just a variety of different trajectories. Instead of start following the floor, it's a little bit different meridian on the inside of the leg from down here. Just a little bit different, okay? So I choose to follow the floor, but we also have this trajectory. I want to check in with the receiver and see if there's a difference. Is there a difference from this?
Yeah,
Yeah, there is a difference, yeah, right. Where are you feeling that difference?
what do you like better?
Well, they're different. So this is pulling more like semi-membranosus, and then the other one was more the bicep shoulders.
Okay. So one's more medial, one's
Very
more-
subtle difference, right?
Yeah,
But they say lateral, medial.
So you have the option of just sitting back and making nice, and like so, and letting the receiver have a little breather and sharing some understanding with them. However, we don't want to leave out one accentuation though, and that is the pushing away of the resting leg, Dave. So what do? We go back into that stretch again, whatever elevation you're choosing to use, and we add the 3 enhancements here: dorsiflex, hyperextend your knee, attempt to close your legs. But we have one more, and what is that? That's pressing away the resting leg about 6 to 8 inches, just like that. You can get it a little bit more of a stretch in there like so, okay?
Once this is held and locked.
Mm-hmm. So that's our 4th enhancement. I'm going to choose to come out of it and make nice for a moment, but of course, you don't have to.
A nice resistance therapy is going here.
You're on a
and then
dorsiflex.
heel presses in the leg, and then curl circle.
You can resist here if you want.
Okay, good.
You can resist here if you
I
want.
like it. Let's look over it. Stephanie, you want to demonstrate that again, please, honey? So she has a different trajectory.
And so I'm really like my
Wow.
shoulder, I'm pushing out, I'm pushing her the corner,
I'm
and
getting
then I'm
that.
going to push it straight too. And then I'm pushing more.
Okay, so instead of using the foot, she's using her hand on the opposite leg, okay? So good. We have a variation there.
I like
Very
that.
nice. Now the third time, my friends, many times you just use your knee here, and when the receiver feels, look at all that stable, instead of just the toes on the heel, which is nice, they get to feel all of that stabilization right there. So you take them to their threshold. You have the option of using all of those other enhancements, and you can then also just come up into a lunge. Just release that opposite leg and cradle, relent a little bit from the stretch, and of course, cradle the leg underneath your ankle. And now we have several beautiful procedures to offer here now. Okay, you guys, so I think there's about 5 of them. And the first one is coming across as put patulum, unilaterally put patulum. So here we go. Find the pulse. It couldn't be any easier. You guys just sink in, find that pulse. It couldn't be any easier. And then just place your fingers with your palm. Place your other palm on top. And when you sink this time, you're gently stirring your arm for more precision and more accuracy. You're also just stirring your wrist for more precision and more accuracy. And you sink. 10, 9, 8. Check in with the receiver. There should be no burning of the fascia and no burning of the skin. It should all be very, very comfortable. Any discomfort at all? Sink in nice and deep, perhaps even becoming a human tourniquet. Accessing the cave of the dragon. And use your incantation to bring the dragon out of the cave. Access the vitality of the volcano, the reservoir of richness. Bring it to the surface. Maybe even sit back for a moment. Let them enjoy opening of the wind gate. Okay, let's try that one again. Receivers, do us a favor here. Micro adjust our fingers if necessary. And micro adjust our palm if necessary. so we can learn. And we sing 10, 9, 8. Om Swaha Shuddhaya Sarvadharma Swabhava Shuddhaya Om. Om Swabhava Shuddhaya Sarvadharma. And Melanie, honey, you want your inside hand down first, sweetheart. Inside hand down first. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, and whenever you're ready, have it be a mysterious process. Have it be pleasurable. Have it be enjoyable. Slow release. Use your mula bandha. Use your incantation. Be the shaman that you are. Deflect it for a moment. Let the dragon do its thing. Just like that, okay? Okay, our next one is at the bottom of page 42 there. And we offer single-handed adductor release. Everybody loves this. Why? Because the adductors they need some attention. That's why. Doesn't matter where you start. Drape your fingers medially. And it's not just pressing down. You have to peel the muscle away from the bone. So what do? You lunge forward. Have your first pass be reconnaissance. Have it be a big old nothing. Okay, just picking up information, lunging forward, and peeling the adductor away from the bone. Okay? And at some point, if you're getting close to the private area, tuck your thumb next to your index finger. And let's use the say when technique now. Peel it away. Get some feedback.
There, yeah, too much. That's good.
Couldn't be too much. Okay, that's a really good sign for the adductors. Now, needless to say, both hands. Both hands also. So you have the option of one hand, but now put your pinkies together. Touch your pinkies together, align them. And then, of course, you have two-handed adductor release. I love this one, you guys. It couldn't be any easier. You can offer an alternating palm walk. You know the formula by now. It can be alternating and or, of course, see your hands are a little slippy, but let me see what I can get. Let me see. Any discomfort?
This is great.
Yeah, I love this one too. Now, when you have somebody as finely tuned as Karen, we bring in the heavy artillery, don't we, my friends?
Put a knee in there.
What does that mean?
A knee.
Elbows.
Yes. Knee.
Both hands go down. Up.
Sledgehammers.
Now listen, because you're actually peeling muscle away, you have to do this little shimmy with your foot. You see my foot, you guys? I'm doing a little shimmy with my foot, you see? So once you connect, you have to shimmy your foot away. Shimmying it away because you're peeling the muscle away from the bone.
You can try it if you want.
Not where I want to be. So I'm going to come out of it slowly.
Find a good spot first.
Now I'm where I want to be.
I don't think you want me right there. Or do you?
Now, let me show you something cool here, you guys. There's a very fine attunement here. Watch what I do with this heel. You come up off the heel, and you take it a little bit further like that. If you need to micro-adjust, slide your heel in under there a little bit. Come up off your heel, and you can take that a little bit further. You can.
Yeah.
And you're just comfortable.
That's great. Yeah. I love that. I've never done a knee to the adductor.
Come on a little bit. It's like softening as you go. So it's awesome.
Come up off your heel, and you take that a little bit further. Fine tuning. Is that Daniel crying over there? Is he whimpering? No, he's getting a whimper out of Daniel.
I told her, I said, you will like it.
That's how I am. Slippery pants.
That's okay. I was actually doing that deliberately. I wanted to
It
see
smells
if
good.
I want to see if I can feel it like this.
It feels really good.
I'm just tightening up for the reason. Your body just feels like it's really not that bad. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's a good.
I'm using my thigh to like
I know.
strip this muscle.
You're leaving your body, right?
Holding my weight up.
we do the timeless. Okay, you guys, I need to move you along right now. And so we have one more beautiful enhancement here. You guys are going to love this one. And it's a nice way to segue your choreography into the other leg. What do? We relent a little bit and we sit on our bum. We sit on our bum and we want to make sure that the receiver feels this beautiful contour right over here. Look at that contour, you guys. Okay? And of course, what's Mukti going to offer here? Yanaka to the adductors, okay? And my goodness, it doesn't get any better as you see. Stephanie's familiar with this one. She knows to get into place first. She knows to reach under the close knee for additional torque and get calibrated before you begin. What does that mean? Both legs go straight. Sitting up in Dasana. Checking with the receiver, make sure mother foot is good. And compress. And let's be kind, at least with our first pass. And then the other pass is we're going to elevate our heel a little bit and we're going to look for the grain of rice, okay? Now you're going to get close to the private area, so be careful of your pant legs and things. And if you don't get close enough, then you're just going to aggravate the area and it's going to feel left out. Okay, just like that. And with Karen, I'm going to need to actually supinate my foot to come in with some more power. I have never reached with two hands under somebody's knee before. I want you to know that, okay? Let's give me a little additional torque. Okay, this is not
Yeah, the edge of it. Oh, is that your heel?
that's my heel
Oh,
right
that's nice.
there. How is it?
That's good.
Good?
Yeah.
Now you know the formula for Yanaka, my friends, and the formula is each time your leg not only does it go straight, you actually hyperextend your knee a little bit so that the heel comes up at the end, okay, so that you can have full focus and the receiver can feel all of your intention. Many practitioners are using Yanaka and their knee is bent the whole time, and that is not what we're looking for.
That's great. I'm so glad you didn't leave this adductor out after you did this one. That'll be even. Oh, that's a good spot with the heel.
So when you're fully extended, you also dorsiflex your foot so that you can come in with that. The calcaneus bone, if you look at it, just on the skeletal charts, man, it's sharp. That heel is very sharp. You know, it's only padded because there's all ligaments and tendons and muscles down there, but it is a very sharp tool. You go like that. All right, you guys, very, very good. So Adam's giving me the 30-minute warning here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with just 30 minutes left. Does that include the closing circle?
No, then we start.
Okay, so then 30 minutes will bring us to what, 12 o'clock?
I think it's 2 minutes there.
Hmm.
So we have 40 minutes now. Bathroom cleanup.
Okay, so we're going to come to back to resting position, you guys. What is that, the alfalfa, or is that the spanky face?
Jeez.
Charlene's offering a little bit of that roll, that torturous roll in there, okay? Let's return the receiver to a resting position.
Sorry.
And my friends, what we have to do here is we have to actually switch positions and
That's my light version, I'm sorry.
and
Thank you.
not do the other leg.
We
You guys
yeah, we kind of did. We kind of did both.
kind of did a little bit, right? Yep, okay.
So. Yeah, completely.
And you want, Karen?